My roommate's name was Jesse. And every night after I would get off of work, me and Jesse would get together and we would drink and we would do drugs together. But this night when I got off of work, something was different. Because this night when I got off of work, there was a bunch of emergency vehicles in front of my house. You see, this night when I got off of work, Jesse's brother ran up to me. And this night when I got off of work, he told me that Jesse committed suicide. You see, I never knew anybody that committed suicide before. I never knew anybody that died before. And I really never needed a reason to drink or take drugs before. It could have been a good day, it could have been a bad day. I might have gotten promoted, I might have gotten fired, maybe I got a date, maybe I got dumped. It didn't matter, it's just how I dealt with life at this point. So after Jesse passed away, I took the same drugs and drank the same liquor that he just ended his life with. See, it's usually at this point in my life where people would come up to me and ask me this question. And they would say this, they'd say, Sam, why can't you stop drinking and using drugs, dude? Can't you see the way you're living your life isn't working out? I'm like, all right, yeah, I know. Like, I've been arrested 2 times as an adult. That's not normal. Yeah, I get it. The court tried to send me through treatment. Yes, I know my friend just committed suicide, but dude, if you knew how I felt in here when I wasn't drinking and taking drugs, you wouldn't ask me why I did it. I'm gonna say that in a way that maybe somebody else could relate to. Because if you knew how I felt in here when I wasn't cutting myself, if you knew how I felt in here when I wasn't picking on other people and making them feel bad, if you knew how I felt in here when I wasn't covered in makeup, if you knew how I felt in here when I wasn't starving myself, if you knew how I felt in here when I wasn't dressing a certain way to get them to look at me, you wouldn't ask me why I did it. But let me tell you guys this. If you knew how I felt in here, once I finally told somebody how I felt in here, you'd probably ask me what took me so long. It was hands down the most freeing thing that I've ever done in my entire life, because I've learned we are only as sick as our secrets. I was so spiritually broken inside by my secrets, by my anxiety, by my depression, by my fear that if I let anybody in up here and they find out what's going on with me, they're not going to want anything to do with me.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Preston Turpin. I am our student life director here at Virginia Academy, so I plan all of our chapels. We just had Sam Anthony speak in our chapel, and we were pumped because we know that students wrestle with real issues, things like anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts. And we know that every time Sam has been here, he wants to address those issues head on. And undoubtedly, students who listen to Sam's story are impacted in a way that they're motivated to take and make better decisions afterwards. So we're so thrilled that he was here and couldn't recommend him more for your environment.
I just stood up here and I shared my life story with you in about 20 minutes. I shared my experience. I shared my testimony. If at any point you felt like I was talking to you, about you, or about somebody you know, do me a favor and raise your hand and raise it high. Maybe I wasn't telling my story. Maybe I was telling yours. And that's okay, because your story's not over yet. You can start a new chapter anytime you want.